greetings. Tommy Jane here. You know those silly Facebook games where they like have you change the name of a movie by adding a word to it? Well, this evening the game was ruin a movie by adding the word foreskin to it, which naturally reminded me of Mohel jokes. So I'm going to tell the 25 best Mohel jokes in the world right now. I think there were 25. We start with the rabbi who had worked for many years in Mohel performing circumcisions. He collected all the foreskins he had cut over his career and brought them to a leather maker after he retired. He brings the foreskins to the best leather maker in town and says, "Make me whatever you can with these." Surprised but undaunted, the leather maker says, "Oh, okay, come back in a week and I'll have something for you." The Mohel comes back after a week and says to the leather maker, "I've been anxious all week. What did you make for me?" "I think you're really going to like this," says the leather maker, reaching under the counter. He puts his finished product on the counter and says, "What do you think?" Surprised, the Mohel says, "Are you kidding me? After my whole career, all you can make is a wallet? I thought you were the best." The leather maker smiles and says, "Well, it might not look like much, but if you rub it, it turns into a suitcase." And there was a Mohel who took out an ad saying how good of a circumciser he is, but he wasn't getting any jobs. So he called the newspaper and asked them, "Is there something wrong with my ad?" They responded, "It might be the tagline, Abe the Mohel, a cut above the rest." That's not even very funny. A poor Jewish tailor had a son, so he goes to see the Mohel and tells him, "My son must be circumcised, but I have no money to pay you." After thinking for a moment, the Mohel gets a huge star from his shelf and gives it to the tailor. "For all my years as a Mohel, I haven't known what to do with all the foreskins." Oh, here we go again. Another rub it and it turns into a suitcase. Did you hear about the short-sighted Mohel? He got the sack. Then there were two Mohels and a vicar playing cards, and somewhere along the way they get into an argument, as they always did, about who among the three should host dinner that night. You see, they're all very passionate dinner hosts. One of the Mohels says, "You should come to my house. I have the most beautiful house in the village." The other Mohel said, "No, you should come to my house. I'm the best chef in the village." And then the vicar goes, "No, you should both come to my house. I have the best wine." This bickering goes on for about 20 minutes until finally, in the heat of the moment, the vicar yells, "Very well, we shall decide who the host is with the cards. So it shall be God's will," says one of the Mohels. And so they all start playing. It's an intense game. Many mind tricks, bluffs, everyone plays to the top of their abilities. An hour passes, two. Then in the third hour, the vicar lays down his cards to the dismay of both of the Mohels. A royal flush. Both the Mohels were practically blown away. The perfect hand. "Impossible," says one. "It's God's will," said the other, shrugged. Then so... Huh? There's no punchline. What a stupid story. "Then you shall come to my house," said the vicar, pleased with his luck, and to the vicar went the Mohels. Oh, God, that's just terrible. Mohel, another fucking wallet turned into a suitcase. It turned out this is a gym bag. He changed purse into a gym bag. Did you hear about the jazz trumpeter hired to play a bris? His name was Miles Davis. What, don't you guys have any fucking jokes other than the wallet that turns into a briefcase? Two Jewish men are standing in the bathroom and peeing in adjacent urinals. The one to the right finishes doing his business, turns around and tells me, did Mohel Rabinovich do your bris?" "Yes," the other guy responds. "How did you know?" "Well, Rabinovich is a little cross-eyed for peeing on my shoes." Okay, that one was cute. The clock in the window. A man was... A man was exploring some back streets in the city when he saw a little shop with a clock in the window, which reminded him that his mantel clock was broken. So he returned home, got his clock, and returned to the shop. He entered and put it on the counter, saying, "Can you repair this?" The shopkeeper, as a small Jewish man, replied, "I don't repair clocks, I'm a Mohel." The man looked puzzled until the shopkeeper explained that he performed circumcisions. "Then why have you got a clock in your window?" he asked, and the little man looked at him and asked, "Well, so what would you put in the window?" "What's the best part about being a Mohel?" The tips. I asked my doctor if he takes tips. He said I had mistaken him for a Mohel. Some say we should end the practice of male circumcision. Personally, I think they're making a mountain out of a Mohel. A rabbi is hiring an assistant, and Rabbi Hoffman's hiring an assistant. He's interviewing a young man named Yuri for the job. The rabbi reads through Yuri's resume. He had extensive community service, excellent grades, and had never missed service. This all looks very good, young man. I'm going to need help cleaning, organizing some of my notes, and closing up at night, Rabbi Hoffman intoned from across the desk. Not a problem, Rabbi. I can do all that. Now, young man, I'm a Mohel, too. Do you know what that is? I think so. You do the circumcisions, right? Yuri asked with a worried expression starting to creep on his face. Right, we perform the bris, and I'm going to need your help holding the baby. I think I can manage, stumbled Yuri. I'm sorry to be blunt, but I'm trying to save up for college. How much do you pay? Well, no need to apologize. College is important, and a young man should be direct, even with authority, said the rabbi, giving Yuri an appraising look. We pay minimum wage, plus tips. Why are Jewish men circumcised? Because Jewish women won't touch anything unless it's at least 20% off. Edit. Wow. So to all you harmless, humorless twats getting offended over a joke, I heard this while visiting my grandmother in the hospital. The Jewish woman, who was probably a little senile that shared a room with her, told me this. You guys are probably just mad that the first time you got had, it was your Mohel. Oh, no. Oh. Which she said is why Jewish men have short tempers. Ow, that's cold. That one's very cold. That particular practice is only done by a very small, really weird sect. The rest of them don't look real approvingly at it, and there have been some cases where children have died from genital herpes that they contracted when the rabbi sucked their dick after he cut the foreskin. So, and here's the wallet into a briefcase joke again. This one looks like it's fairly fresh. I ran into an old friend, and in catching up, I asked how he was doing and how work was going with COVID. He surprised me when he said he was laid off from his regular well-paying job, but he'd taken a part-time job as a Mohel. I asked what that was. He explained it was the guy in the Jewish religion who does circumcisions. I was a bit intrigued, first because I didn't know he was Jewish, but more so that he could support a family with this. When I finally asked him how the pay was compared to his last job, well, the pay is below average, but I get to keep all the tips. Two Jews are standing at neighboring urinals. Okay, that's the same joke as before. And here's another same joke as before. Same joke, piss on your shoes, and the law turns into a briefcase. And the other one is what would you put in the window? These are that's the only three jokes they have. Yep. Yep. That's all. There are basically three jokes, three Mohel jokes. Let's see what kind of stupid is going on. Oh, I still got that thing running. Sneasel just posted about somebody I happen to know. And I don't think she's involved with minors at all. And Sneasel naturally is claiming so. She's been stalking her. She's not a friend on this account. Let's see if I can find her on the other. Oh, I'm getting back as Google's. I know I can find her at Instagram real quick. More poodles. What? Yeah, that's cool. Shit. I guess we'll have to go find her at Facebook, I mean, Instagram. Okay, I guess a half hour of this is fun because I'm not really. There's not much going on anywhere at all, unless I go and like respond to the idiots too much because they're right there, got nothing. They're just attention starved, and this is really, yeah. See, they're out. You're busting. Yeah, here, they think they're busting a pedophile, uh, who's, I don't know what she's actually doing. Um, what she's doing looks to be kind of unethical, and the person she's doing it with um, looks a lot like a cop pretending to be a 13-year-old girl. That's what it looks like to me. And she's talking about providing people with hormones and blockers, which is not cool. These guys should be played. Someone should just like strip the skin off them and hang it down off the bed around. Just from the strip the skin on the on the fronts and back, and have it hang off of their waist like a skirt, like they did to Rabbi Akiva. But I don't think I want to sit here and talk to I'm hungry for one thing. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Um, and I just don't want to talk to the camera right now. So thanks for watching. Enjoy the jokes. Happy day. Bye.